Just recently, there was an article in the news about a shop losing a judgment of over $12 million. And not saying what we're about to talk about is going to help save you from that, but it might, and that is documentation. And the question you might have is, what is documentation? What should I document? How should I do it, etc.? Well, take a look here and see how Bolt-On does documentation for you. One of the most important pieces of documentation is the vehicle's mileage. It drives me crazy to know that so many shops don't think that's important, but it affects everything that's being done with the vehicle. So be sure that you get that in there. The next thing, paper inspections. Yeah, you're documenting it, but can you really prove it? Do you have a timestamp? Use a digital inspection where you have all these pre-built messages, recommendations, pictures, and everything that you need to put in front of the customer. Matter of fact, how important is it to get this item done today, next week, next month? All of that being documented by the inspection and going directly into your software with a date. Matter of fact, on our integrated solutions, we have a timeline that will actually take every step of the way and record it for you. Not only the steps through the document itself, but any text messages that you send to a customer are also going to be recorded here. So there's never going to be he said, she said, or who did what, because it's all recorded right here for you. And then also when it comes to documentation, having your techs document the amount of time that they spend on the job is pretty important to make sure, one, they're getting paid, and two, that they're being efficient. So keeping track of that is something else that you want to consider doing. And whenever you come up with kind of any estimate or you're building an estimate, be sure that you have dates and times all put in place for that, because you never know when that's going to become in question. So having that again show up on the timeline is the greatest thing. Because I can tell you that if you ever show up in this room, documentation is going to save you. And you might think that's a lot of documentation to do, but the thing is, if you notice, it's all being done automatically for you by Bolt-On technology. And let me let you know that you can never have too much documentation. So document, document, document.